Hi guys, welcome back to this video. I'm back from Mexico and I'm here to tell you all about it. I'm simultaneously filming two different videos at the same time, so yes, you will see this outfit again, but this is not all of the story, so don't worry, I will change at some point. But just starting off the video, I kind of gonna give everybody a rundown of what the trip was, step by step, and like basically everything that happened. So we're just gonna start simply by like the day of driving in San Diego and stuff. So let's start there and then we're gonna move on. So I'm calling this part 1 San Diego. So we got up at, I think I woke up at 3:30 and we got up, we just got ready for the day. My pet sitter was actually one of my closest friends, so she stayed the night and then I kind of like woke her up and was like, hey, we're leaving and thank you so much, you know, all that. So she went back to sleep with my dog and my cats and my horses and everything. And then we got up, all of our stuff was packed in the car. I just got in there and I was feeling horrible. The day before, which was a Monday, I was starting to get like a really bad headache, and I typically always have like a mild headache going on. Like if I move too fast, I'm like, whoa, but like this was like a bad headache and like up here, and I was like, oh my god, like what is up with this headache? So it was really bad Tuesday morning when we woke up, and I was like really sniffly like this, and I like couldn't even talk, and like my sinuses were so like I felt so puffy, and I was like, oh my god, whatever, like I typically get sick one day, go through it, I'm fine, whatever. But in the car ride, like I could not sleep because I was like, every time the car moved, my head was like, oh. But then I did get some sleep. And my dad drove a lot of the way until like it was like 10 in the morning, and we stopped at this like little diner and we got out, and I was feeling like really bad. Like I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. So we got up, we went to the bathroom, I tried to like straighten myself up. My hair is also like another sign that I'm sick, I feel like, because it was so like sticky and gross. Like I just needed to wash it, you know. I was just like, oh my god. So I wasn't feeling that great, but we got in. I got a deli sandwich at this like little diner, and it's a chain diner. It's Ruby's diner, but you know, I'm just calling it a little diner because we don't have it up in NorCal. But I got a huge sandwich, and I ate like a good portion of it, and I did feel a lot better after I ate. So I was like, okay, maybe the sickness isn't that bad, you know, whatever. So we got back into the car, and I was feeling a lot better, and the weather was really nice, and we were just kind of like living life, you know. And then we got to our hotel, and they wouldn't let us check in, which was kind of like, but we were waiting for my grandma and grandpa anyways, and they were like right behind us, and we were right on the border too. Like there was a literal sign, you know, because San Diego obviously right on the border, and there was a little sign that was like, you know, Mexico crossing. So we were like just watching people go into Mexico, and I'm you know, not saying anything bad. The only thing I want to tell you is there was a Jeep going, because you can drive into Mexico, you know, he was like driving, and he just stopped. No, he didn't even stop. That was another guy. No, he went, and he all of a sudden, well, bam! And he just flew like across and went into San Diego instead of Mexico, and it scared the life out of us because it made this huge loud noise. Good thing he was in a Jeep, because when he slammed down, and there was like 8 kids in the car, and I was like, not, I don't even care that where he's going. Is he okay? Because that was crazy. No, that was like, I don't know what was happening there. And I was like one of the only people that saw it. Everyone else was like, what are you talking about? She's being dramatic. No, I'm not. It was crazy. So then so my grandparents came and were like, oh my god, hi. Finally got into our rooms. And okay. And they were like connected. And my uncle came as well. And we were in our rooms, and we just like sat there watching TV because I was legitimately so tired, and I was like feeling so sick, but I was trying not to, you know, or I was like, oh, whatever, I'm fine. So then we got into the hotel. My parents went to go pick up my uncle. He wasn't just there. They went to go pick him up from the airport. And then they brought home Popeyes and Little Caesars because it was like there was like nowhere else to eat, and they were just like done because of the traffic in San Diego. It's ridiculous. So I just had like a little bit of chicken, a little bit of pizza, and I was like wanting to sleep, but I also didn't, you know? I was kind of like, and finally got to sleep. And that was like the first night. So I was kind of like already feeling really sick going into this. So this is like part 1, San Diego, complete. Okay, so stay tuned for part 2. Alright guys, I'm here to pick up the story from where we left off. So, I'm also just gonna be like folding clothes while I'm telling this. So if I'm doing stuff down here, that's what I'm doing. But the next morning after we went to sleep in the hotel, which I went to bed at like 9-ish, we decided to get up at 3.
Okay. All right, girls.
And we got up at 3 o'clock, which was like a lot. And I basically zombied my way through my morning routine and just simply just got up to get in the car. And I was really nervous about crossing the border because, you know, I wasn't sure of like how it worked or how it would be. And I'm just like, oh my God, I just want to make sure that we all get across the border safely because I've never left the country. So it was just a big, I mean, now it wasn't that big of a deal, but in the moment I was pretty nervous about it. Plus, I was extremely tired from not sleeping very well the night before and then not sleeping very well the next night. So we got up, drove to the border, which was like 5-second drive, filled out all of our forms and stuff, and then we walked across the border. Everyone was so nice. It was really just like calm, you know, especially the time that we crossed the border because there wasn't that many people. And we walked across, and then we got to the airport. Everyone was like a little stressed out, understandably, and I was really feeling the stress in particular because I was still feeling fairly sick. And I'm getting like more sick too. So I was so like just like erratically anxious, and I was just trying to like go through everything, and everyone else was super anxious and not like yelling, but you know, like raised voices and stuff. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like everyone is so nervous. And we checked our bags and met up with my aunt and uncle, which totally helped me kind of like feel better and everything. And we were waiting to board the plane, and I was trying to be like a little calmer, but I was still again feeling like that sickly feel. Boarded the plane, and that was super fun. It was outside, so here's a couple clips of like the airport and the plane and stuff. And then got on the plane. It was so beautiful. These are like the little pictures and stuff. It was so gorgeous. And I mean, I wish that I wasn't so sick because the altitude and everything was honestly like making me feel bad. And I just was kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm so done with this like altitude. And when we were landing, I thought like my head was gonna split open, and I specifically had a headache in like this spot right here, and that headache stayed for the next 10 days. So it was really bad. But we landed. It was beautiful. I was starved though because we ate dinner kind of early the night before, and then getting up and not eating and just being on the plane, and then the plane everything cost. So it's not like we could just, you know, buy something. So I was starved, but we managed to get our van, and I think I have a clip of us driving in the van.
Okay, so we're trying to find the map. So, we are going.
After we were driving in the van, and it was so beautiful out, like gorgeous, we made it to the little breakfast spot that we ate, and I got this yogurt bowl, and here's a picture of my sister's food. And the yogurt bowl was like totally hit the spot, but then I got a really bad bloody nose. But I met a doctor, and she totally helped me learn how to get rid of it very quickly. And the little hack here, I'll show you, is you'll pinch your nose up here, but like you're gonna be pinching the nerve, and then you like push back, and you kind of like, and it pushes the blood back out of like your sinuses. So instead of like leaning forward and getting it in your mouth, or as I choke real quick, instead of leaning forward and getting it in your mouth, or leaning back and letting it drain down your throat, this little hack keeps it like out of your sinuses basically. And also I totally have really bad allergies right now, so that's why I'm like stuffy and all like red cheeked and stuff, but I promise I'm not sick anymore. It's just really, really bad allergies because it is a beautiful, beautiful day outside and that the pollen is moving. So okay, we ate breakfast and then got back in the car and made it to the resort, and it was absolutely gorgeous there. Totally loved it. I was feeling pretty tired, but I was like, you know, I need to be with everyone. I need to like have fun, blah, blah, blah. So we got to the condo. We sat by the pool. We were waiting to like actually get in the condo because I wanted to sleep so bad, but it wasn't fully clean yet. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I basically went to the pool and just like my regular clothes and just fell asleep by the pool. And it was so gorgeous there. I mean, the pool was beautiful. I slept by the pool, and then I woke up and I was feeling a little bit better, but like this headache that I was telling you about was so bad. So woke up, headache was bad, drank some mineral water, which definitely helped because my body was like, there was no good stuff in my body. I was just like, bleh. So drank some mineral water, got like a Caesar salad, which was bomb. All the food was so yummy. And then what did we do next? Oh yeah. Then we went to the steakhouse, and there's a couple clips from that. A little video.
¿A nadie le gusta así? Nobody wants it like that?
And then I didn't even eat that much at the steakhouse, but it was still, everything was so good. And then we went back home and kind of stayed up. Well, we were already staying up late, but then we went back home. I just passed out in my bed. Bed was so comfy. We just like left the balcony open because like there was bugs, but there wasn't really bugs compared to like here. Like right now, if I left anything open, there'd be like a gajillion bugs. But it was so beautiful. Everyone's so nice. I practiced the tiny bit of Spanish that I know, and I got commended for it, so that was really nice. But then we got up the next morning. I got up pretty early. For the rest of the trip, I would get up and I would go to the sink and get like tissue paper, or like eat tissues, not tissue paper. I would get tissues. I'd blow out my nose. It was like back here. Like it was horrible. Flashbacks, you know what I'm saying? So we did that. Hello everybody. This is like the first time I'm actually talking in this video, which is kind of crazy because the trip started 2 days ago. But your girl got sick. So I was not in the mood for talking or really filming. I'm pretty proud of myself for getting what I did. I wanted to film a little more, but that's what I'm going to do for the rest of the trip. I kind of wanted to give like a little update. Number one, I was sitting talking, and this is the side that was facing the sun. This is the side that wasn't, so you can kind of see what happened, but that's okay. I put some aloe vera on it and it should be fine. But anyways, the trip has been amazing already, like, even though I'm getting over being sick, which has been happening a lot lately, unfortunately. I'm still like in a pretty good mood, and I'm like super happy and super glad that I'm on the trip and everything. But let's kind of talk about everything. Well, first off, let me some sunscreen. But what I was gonna say was the plane was actually very smooth. You know, like I wasn't like, oh my gosh, what a rickety ride. I was just sick, so I wasn't feeling very good. But the plane itself, like the plane ride, oh my gosh, it's actually a really smooth pilot. And so we took off in Tijuana, which you guys already saw the clip to that. But we took off in Tijuana, and yeah, everything was really good. Everything was really smooth, customs, baggage. You know, I've only been on a plane once before, or one that I remember, and it was a little stressful, not gonna lie. I'm trying to drink water, but I'm pretty sure I'm still like dehydrated. Again, could be due to the fact that we are in a place where there's like a lot of sun. But anyways, still kind of dehydrated, so I need to keep trying to drink water. And it's pretty hot here too, so gotta stay on top of that. Right, I'm gonna brush my teeth and then I'll be right back. Okay, I am back with clean teeth. I feel like I'm neglecting like any sort of anything, like my hair, my skin, like my mental health and everything. Like I'm just feeling like, whoa, super drained. But kind of nice part about being sick at the beginning of vacation was I can use the vacation to get better. And I had like mineral water and juice and yeah, my yogurt bowl. And I've just been like sleeping, which is super helpful. And the sun does feel like really, really nice. Drinking water, sleeping, eating good food. I think that's all just gonna help me feel better. But anyways, I'm finishing up and then I'm gonna go down to the pool. And then after I got up and deposited all of the yummy stuff out of me, I took a lot of showers, and the days really like blended together. Like, not to like put a damper on like what I'm talking about, but we really stuck to like a consistent schedule of like getting up in the morning, eating breakfast at home, which consisted of like avocados, granola, just like that sort of stuff. And then we would go down to the pool, and we'd go to the pool and have like little snacks and food, and then we'd have dinner. Like, that was like our schedule, was we were just basically at the pool all day. And to be honest, I couldn't have asked for anything better, because my body physically couldn't handle anymore, and I also just like mentally was like so drained from my body being so drained. So the fact that like we didn't do anything else was really like a blessing in disguise, because we just had the most fun time just like sitting with each other and talking, and I loved it. I mean, that was like all we did, and my pet sitter was doing amazing, so I like was never worried about my pets. I was just consistently sleeping every day, like a lot. Like, I would take naps, and we'd go to the pool, and I'd watch the horses on the beach, and just so many fun things like that. And I mean, when we went out, it was like just for like a little bit, and I rarely left because I was just like, just leave me here. And it was so fun. Just get the egg and go. Get the egg and go. Last night we took a drive around like tourist old Puerto Vallarta, because we were in Nuevo Vallarta, so going to Puerto Vallarta was like a little farther, and it was so beautiful there. I mean, I have a picture of it on my vision board, and it looks exactly like my picture. I mean, it's gorgeous. So I really, really loved that. Like, I just loved the look of it, you know? I mean, it was so beautiful. And we made spaghetti one night in our condos, and then we made burgers another night, and then we went to the steakhouse, and then we went to a seafood restaurant. Hi guys, welcome back to another update. from the trip, but I just wanted to say that I'm feeling a little better sickness-wise. I got ready for dinner tonight, and it's our last night here, so very exciting, but also, like, you know, still sad. But I have had a really fun time just, like, relaxing and stuff. I mean, obviously I wouldn't want to be sick or anything, but it was, like, ultra relaxing, and we've just spent a lot of time by the pool, in the pool, by the beach, and I'm really enjoying the trip. So that's kind of all that there's been going on. Like, I know there's not much footage, and future me is probably talking like, oh, we didn't do that much, but we really didn't do that much. We've actually just been by the pool and just doing stuff like that, and eating. Eating, sleeping, pool, and that's about it. But yeah, so that is just my little update real quick. Hopefully my headache will go away before we get on the plane, because I'll probably want to do something drastic if my headache is really bad. But anyways, yeah, that's my little update, and I'll see you guys soon. And I didn't even order anything at the seafood restaurant, to be honest. I ordered a salad and then just eating the appetizers and stuff. I mean, it was so awesome. We were just so, like, had so many amazing food, like, meals every day, and all of our snacks were so good. The pool was so beautiful. I really had a great time. You know, living in the moment type of thing. And the Tortured Poets department came out while I was out there. That was also amazing. Just being in shock of how much I loved it. And my dad, who is not a Taylor Swift hater, but doesn't necessarily like her, loves this album. I'm, like, in shock. I absolutely was so happy that he listened to the songs and was listening to what I was saying about them. I mean, it's a really great album. I'm so proud of her for it, and I'm so glad that I was, like, in Mexico when it happened, you know? So, loved that as well. And honestly, just wearing, like, comfy and cute clothes versus, like, work clothes too was really fun. I had a great time. On the way home, we got up and had breakfast and packed and everything. We got up, we had breakfast, we got all packed up and everything, and got into the van. This part, again, was, like, really, like, seamless, like, getting back into the airport. Like, it was so awesome. Plus, my aunt and uncle, they have, I think it's the VIP lounge pass, where when you're, like, waiting for a flight, you don't, like, have to wait outside of the lounge with everybody else, so we could go into the lounge and just sit down and relax and get food and whatnot, which was really, really amazing as well. And that was super cool. And then we got on the plane, which taking off and everything was a lot better than it was when we first started, and I got to watch, like, catch up on some shows and movies and stuff. And then I also was listening to the Tortured Poets department, and that wasn't too bad. And then landing and getting back to our car was really, really nice. Then we got to stay in a little timeshare in San Diego, which was also amazing. And then, I'm trying to think, we also went to Benihana, which was really fun. It's like a little dinner. Although I was really, really tired at this point, and not super hungry. So that was kind of a bummer. But I slept a lot, which is a good part of it. So then we drove home, and we didn't really do anything else. I mean, it was such a relaxing, great trip, and I'm so glad that I was able to go on it and experience it. Mexico seems like a place that I would want to go to again. I mean, I want to go to other countries as well, mainly Europe, but Mexico was an experience, and I'm pleasantly surprised with what I got to see. You know, I mean, being out of the country for the first time and everything, it was really cool. And only my third time on a plane as well. But it was really amazing. And yeah, I mean, that was my trip to Mexico. So I hope you enjoyed me yapping for 20 minutes, but I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!